Jackson Radio Show.
He was hoisting an American flag up the flagpole in his front yard. And I instantly felt very weird. It didn't make sense, but I felt this feeling of I felt scared. Yeah, I felt scared.
Welcome back, everybody. That was Sarah Silverman, funny girl on the left, or so they say. And she's talking about this boyfriend she was dating, and she says he was hoisting an American flag. And I was like, oh, he's hoisting an American flag. Oh, my gosh, what happens? Oh, what should I do? Oh, no. And I was thinking, boy, lucky for her, he was not hoisting a Confederate flag because, whoa, they would have to check her into the insane asylum. Sarah could not have handled that. I bet she would have reported him. My boyfriend, he's got a Confederate flag. Get here quick, quick. My life is in danger. Yeah, Sarah would have been scared to death. Would have been warning all of her black friends and her Jewish friends. Oh, well, she's Jewish. She's Jewish. You never know. You never know. What's going to occur with the left? Anyway, lots to talk about. We've talked about a lot. Covered karma, Lindsey Graham. Ooh, not good there. They say more. Okay, for those of you who don't know, Lindsey Vaughn, skier, said she didn't like Donald Trump, wasn't going to represent him at the Olympics. Now she's not going because she hurt her back in a ski accident. Karma. Look at all the people that karma is hurting. The Kathy Griffins and George Lopez and people that want to cut Trump's head off, things like that. Almost to a person. Any one of these people that talk smack against Donald Trump, here comes the pale horse. And the man who sat on him was death. Ooh, it's ugly out there for them. Leftists. I say the leftists, you know what? Y'all need to just pray a little bit. Just pray. But we are having a wonderful time, no matter what. So the New York Times says the GOP is rotting. Did you see this story? They say that the GOP is rotting. Perhaps. See, the thing about it is most of the conservatives that I know, we're GOP because it's the party we have to go to. But let me tell you who's not rotting. Let me tell you who's already rotten to its core. These Democrats. Rotten to their evil core. And so you can say, oh, so-and-so's this, that, and the other. We started fixing our problems in 2016. By what? June, July, August of 2016, it was done. The GOP was, as we knew it, was over. There's a new Republican Party being led by a true conservative, somebody you're not going to always agree with. Let's get used to that. But somebody who's exposed every negative thing about this system that we're involved in right now. President Trump's looking into the Pentagon. Trillions of dollars have gone missing in the Pentagon. And he's looking for it. His speech, where he goes, oh my goodness, we got a long way to go, but we started draining the swamp. I loved it. His rally that he held in Pensacola, he's like, you know what? This was so much worse than we thought, but you know what? We're fixing it. We're starting to fix it. Everything, even foreign policy. Nikki Haley, what did she say? We have that clip.
United will not be lectured to by countries that lack any credibility when it comes to treating both Israelis and Palestinians fairly.
But the truth of the matter is we won't be lectured to about anything. What are you talking about? There's a reason why this country is looked upon as the best. It isn't because we have newer infrastructure or our cities are prettier than those, the buildings are prettier and bigger than those in Dubai or whatever. It's because of what we stand for. That's the reason. Boy, it's just so much going on. It's the idea that we're rotting. The FBI has been proven to be a shill of the Democrat Party. Obama fixed elections. You want to talk about manipulated elections? Obama, OFA, the DNC, all of them did, brought in the NSA and the FBI, etc. He should be in prison. And yet he runs around the world taking credit for Trump's moves. We come up a little later in the broadcast. I don't think we have time right now, but there's a talk of the rigged system, and Donald Trump talked about the system being rigged when he was in Pensacola. And a congressman named David Cicilline says, yeah, Trump's the one that the system's rigged for. I want to get into that. I want to talk about Chris Matthews saying that the Democrats are so pure, it'll make you laugh. The feigned sympathy and outrage over Franken resigning in the Senate, as if he was the as they call him, the giant of the Senate. That was his book. I called him the giant douche of the Senate. And I could go on. These people are crazy. Representative Terry Sewell, she gets asked a question on Roy Moore, doesn't give an answer. This guy, as I mentioned just a second ago, David Cicilline, he doesn't give an answer. He immediately goes into the so-called issues surrounding the Republicans. Subterfuge. These people don't know what to do. But it's good for us. I was thinking about the sexual abuse victims because they still want to trot these out. Who was it just recently said Donald Trump needed to resign? I told you that was going to be their tactic, by the way. I told you they would say, well, we've cleaned our house. Now, look at Trump. He's got those people. Why hasn't he resigned? And we know the answer. I'm not going to bore you with the details. But here's the thing. If you were to add up all these so-called sexual victims, accusers of Trump and Moore and a handful of others, you could throw in O'Reilly's and Roger Ailes, you would still not make a dent in Bill Clinton's trail of tears and the victims that he's left behind. I contacted Juanita Broderick. She's going to be talking to me here pretty soon. I just told her I wanted to have a relaxed conversation. She's got a new book coming out. I want to talk to her about the book and just this whole thing that she sees. I want to find out more about her. Was she a Democrat in the past when she had a run-in with Clinton? Did she switch over? What's been her perception since then? How have people treated her? Things like that. So she and I are going to get together sometime during the holidays. I don't know when we'll be able to get her on the show, but she said after the 18th, when her book releases and she does some other stuff, we'll talk then. I want to talk to Corey Lewandowski about his book, Let Trump Be Trump. I talked to him early about it before it came out when I was in the green room in New York, but I want to find out what he's about these days. And, just give you guys some inside baseball. I'll be headed to L.A. soon for a couple of reasons. Going into talk to some friends of mine about movie. We're going to be doing our movie premiere of Bleeding Blue. And you can go check that out at bleedingblu.com and a host of other things. So all that's coming up. But I'm going to be there and I'm going to talk to some folks that, inside again. I don't want to talk. It's not just about politics. I want to talk about these formative things. What made them think the way they think.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.